Hey man, what is up? Hello, black man. Hey, we're back with another episode. It's Monday, so we're back. We're back in the building. If you're with me, go ahead and hit that share button, hit that like button, tag some people. Come on in the room, man. We're about to have a great time. It's Monday. It's 7 o'clock. Well, it's almost 7. I'm early. What can I say? We're trying to make sure that we have some consistency here. But man, listen, hit that share button for me. Hit that like button, make some comments, drop some names in here, man. Some people that hadn't seen the podcast. We're here. We're all about transparency and communication. I think it is the key to a brighter future. I think communication is just key to a brighter future. I think every single problem that we have stems from the lack of communication or the lack of constructive criticism. How we take things and how we respond to things. Every single problem that we have, every single problem can be tied back to communication and constructive criticism. And I wanted this platform to be just about that, to be about how we can evolve, how we can learn from each other. Every single guest that I've brought onto the show, I've known in some capacity, some small, some, a little more extensive, but either way, I've known him. But every single person I've learned something from. I've learned something from each person that's been on the podcast. Not only have I learned something, I have been connected to that person by something they've said. If it was something they were doing, something they were going through, they're showing us that, how much alike we are, how many things we go through that are the same. It's just one of those things, man. I think it's just great to learn people. Just imagine looking back at these podcasts in years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road, and just seeing where you were as a person today and being able to track it. That's what journaling is all about. Being able to track your progress, track some things you're doing, track who you are today, and see if you're the same person in 5 years, in 5 days. It doesn't take a long time to, maybe change your behavior or change your pattern of what you're up to. We have to continue to evolve as people, man. So thank you all for jumping on the podcast. We just want, what's going on, D? How you doing? Good day indeed. There's always a lot going on, always great topics and stuff to discuss, and that's what we're here to do. So every week we bring on a different guest and we talk real life stuff. If you're looking for a lot of drama, if you're looking for a lot of other stuff, this is not the podcast for it. It's just about learning who we are. It's just about learning some things about people that I know. And that's what's so phenomenal about journaling and about the movement that we're pushing for. You think you know people, like you literally have a gist of who people are. And these people are in your space. These people are doing, things in your presence. You're doing things in their presence. And at the end of the day, you don't know people like you think you do. And this is the opportunity. We're talking about your family members, not just friends, but a lot of your family members, your mom and your dad. We got Father's Day coming up. Listen, get your dad a journal. Get your dad a Hello Black Man journal. And I promise you will learn something from it. You will learn some things that you don't know already. And like, there's one of the things that I learned about my dad. Just going through the journal, like, I created it for to keep up with my son, so we can have a little more better communication. But it ended up that I didn't know those same questions about my dad. And me and my dad have a great relationship. I think so. But you will find out in answering some of these questions that a lot of communication, a lot of communication and a lot of conversations within a household are mundane. They are redundant. You're talking about the same few things kind of over and over. And you don't get to know the person the way you think you do. You don't get to know the person the way you think you do. And it's just one of those things we have to continue to improve. We got to continue to improve. So this is the journal. This is the Hello Black Man journal. And like I say, I like to always put it out in front of you. So the journal itself is meant for you. It's meant for the writer to be the author. That's why it says an easy everyday journal on what makes you tick. Hello Black Man, Awaken and Write. From the best-selling author, you're the best-selling author, because no one can write your story the way you can. No one can tell your story the way you can. And so basically the journal starts out. I have a little preface to the journals. And like I said, please, man, just share. I promise you, I've gotten so many inboxes on just a check on people. Say, hey, man, I like what you're doing. Check on this person. I like what you're doing. This person is going through a lot. And it's just a few words of encouragement, just checking on people here and there. And we say we don't need it. We say we don't need it. But someone does. Someone needs that positive interaction. So this like I said, I have a dedication page to my dad and my son, just getting to know them and overall. And so in the journal, I'm pushing for Father's Day. And on the left side of every journal, you have just an open space to write. You got an open space to write. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Krista Beard? Krista Tanner. You have an open space to write, but I still give you a prompt. Even though it's an open space, I'm gonna give you a prompt. So this one, I've been doing this as plain as I can put it forever on Facebook. So I took a lot of those and wrote them for your open space to write. It said, this is as plain as I can put it. If you get caught up in the things over which you have no control, it will adversely affect those things which you have control. So on that day, you can write anything you want under that prompt, and it will probably kind of push you towards some certain things. So the first question in the journal, let me show you how impactful this journal is. Now, there's no question in here that you're going to be able to just snap and write. You got to put some thought behind it. That's the whole purpose. To be able to put some thought behind some things to write down. So the first question in the journal says, hello, Black man. What is your most impactful childhood memory and how did it change you? So the average person is not going to ask their dad that. They may never ask their husband that, their brother that, because we just kind of grow up and grow on. No one has ever asked me that. No sibling of mine, my mom haven't, dad haven't, my child hasn't. But definitely there are things that have impacted me. Definitely there are things. Now, I have to be open and transparent. I got to be ready for this conversation. Even if the conversation is with me first. I have to be able to have the conversation with me first. Like, hey, listen, what is your most impactful childhood memory? And how did it change you? And if there are several things, there may be several things you write, several things you got to get off your chest. I can definitely remember several things with me. So childhood memory, like I'm gonna give you one memory for me, and like this is something my son never asked me, and so I've never had this conversation. But my son, went through some bullying. And I remember the first time I had to be in kindergarten, the first time I was bullied. And I just literally just made me sick on the stomach to have to go to school and have to deal with it for as long as I did. And like I said, certain people can grow out of it, certain people can deal with it, and certain people just cannot. And it's not the person being bullied that has the problem. It's the bullier. But it's one of those things where I remember going to class and just trying to figure out where to sit and try to figure out how to stay in front of the teacher's eyesight. So, I wouldn't be as impacted by, someone that's bullying me. And it's one of those things where I just wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't wish that feeling of fear and insignificance on anyone. That's why, that's something that, as I write that down, I'm reliving some of it. It may be something that is impacting me today. And it may be something that's going to help someone in my family. First, help me heal from hurt and heal from certain situations and be able to deal with it. And now if somebody has some of those same problems, I come into a child with those same problems, I come into in a situation, I can better respond. I can say, hey, listen, I know what you're going through. Hey, I know. I know what you're going through. I understand. This is what I went through. This is what I did. And so those answers will be there forever. So this is why things like this is just so impactful. Being able to write it down. Now, is that something that I would share with Facebook? Probably not. Is it something that's more personal to me? To me, certain things are. Certain things are not for Facebook. They're not for social media. But they are for you to be able to get a lot of it out, get a lot of it written down, get a lot of it to intertwine to your family and significant others, being able to deal with certain things. It's just one of those things, man. I wish that every dad in America would have a Hello Black Man journal and put it in his hand and press. A lot of dads not open to communication. They may not be. They may not be great communicators. But are we asking dads the right question? So we're prompting them. And so this is what the journal does. It's going to prompt your dad, prompt your significant other, prompt your brother, and you will learn some things. I've learned things about my mom, my dad, my sister, just recently dealing with, journaling. Some questions I've never asked them before. I'm finding out answers, and they are great. They're allowing me to be a better brother, a better son, a better friend, from that standpoint that we're dealing with people on a daily basis. And it will help you figure out why. Oh, that's what's up, man. Hey, I saw your name. DJ. I appreciate it, Doc, man. Listen, write in it, hit me up. We're gonna get you on the show, man. Write in it share with your family and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not always easy to pick up and make these changes, and I say that being transparent is a change, because most of us, we just kind of bottle everything up. Most of us, we just kind of push everything on the inside. We don't really reveal a lot. You talk about what you want to talk about. If it's sports, if it's church, if it's work, you talk about that. But a lot of things you don't push internally. You don't reveal, what has happened to you internally to the outside world. And that's where this comes in handy at. Just imagine, writing it down and say, hey, son, take a look at this. I wrote some stuff from my journal. Now tell me what you think. Now the conversation is already kickstarted when your significant other has read, or your significant other has, checked things out, and you check things out of your significant other's journal, brother, cousin, uncle. It doesn't matter. This is going to be helpful. It's going to be impactful. Let me look at one more question here. Man. Like every question is so golden to me. Here's one. This is question 38. It says, hello, Black man. Explain how you handle stress or things that really frustrate you. What are your coping mechanisms? So it's one of those things where a lot of things are passed down. A lot of, traits are passed down from father to son. And what helps the dad may help the son, but they've never, all is how your son's acting. All he knows is you're upset about something. And now you kind of reveal some of your coping mechanisms. Hey, I go walking. Hey, I like to, go play basketball. Hey, I like to play cards. Hey, I like to take naps. Hey, I like to, long walks, long talks. I go to the gym, whatever those coping mechanisms are. when they see you in a place, boom, they can help you. Now you said, hey, listen, here's the key. Here's a key to one of my doors. This is what helps me when I'm frustrated. This is what kind of puts me in a better place. But because you don't have that conversation directly, then how can somebody help you? How can somebody say, hey, listen, well, you knew I was feeling bad. Well, you knew I had a lot going on. But you never said what helps you get out of that place. You never revealed it. And so this will help you kind of answer some questions, answer some of those questions, and be able to evolve as a person, put yourself in a good place, and put some answers out there. So the answers for you are out there. The answers for your significant other is out there. The answers for your kids are out there. So it's just so many ways it's going to improve. It's going to improve your throughput of communication with your whole circle. That's the purpose of it. I mean, just imagine you and your significant other. Hold on, I got my journal here. Imagine, you revealing some things, sharing some things. Of course, we have journals that are for two people, and you can write in these journals together. You can write in these journals together. Say, hey, listen, we're about to get married. Hey, we going through a rough time. Hey, we have a perfect relationship. We met some couples that say they've been married 30, 40 years. I said, okay, let me test you then. You've been married 30 years, 30 plus years. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know him. Oh, we know, they know each other so well. I said, okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions out of the journal. First question. Struck. She looking at him. He looking at her. She looking at. Well, what you think? I said, well, I think we ought to get the journal. I think we ought to buy one, and we can work through it together. Perfect answer. Come on, that's a player answer. But the first question we asked, I can't remember which one it was. But it was just amazing that how well they thought they knew each other. And the first question in the journal kind of stumped him, what I'm saying, made him pause, like, wow, that's a deep question. Let me look at one of these questions for you. And so in here is a lot of people that we've worked with in the past. These are the gettings. And so we have, like, inside the couple journal, you have some activities to do. It's not just writing. You got some activities, some things you're supposed to go do together, just buying each other an article of clothing, going out to eat, or going out to the movies. So it's an abundance of things. It's like a real relationship exposure, like exposing you to each other in lights that you've never seen. That's why it's so important. And so imagine two people being open and honest, giving out years of real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that they have with each other, and then having something like this to pass on to their kids. Just imagine it. Imagine if your mom and dad, or however your family is structured, had this when you went into your first huge relationship. It's one of those things where we have a lot of answers. We have a lot of things we've done wrong, and because we don't reveal them, you are opening the door for somebody else to go through the same thing. And that's what we got. That's what we better at. That's why I feel like we can do better. We can be the generation that kind of breaks it. My mom, she is not a very talkative internal person until she gets comfortable, and we have certain conversations now. I'm 42 years old. And we're having certain conversations now that we've never had before. And I think it's just so cool. I think it's just so cool that you can learn your parent at whatever age, learn something new at whatever age it may be. I see you. Lisa. Lisa, listen. the Entrepreneur Journal. Listen, it's probably our highest moving journal this month. Just put it in people's hand, and they are figuring out a few things. One, they're figuring out they don't know their business as well as they thought they did. And if they had opportunities to put their business in front of somebody in a 5-minute, 2-minute, 10-minute interval, they don't know what they would do. They would kind of be lost, you know. And so we have to prepare ourselves for those meetings a lot better. Be ready for it. And so tonight, we have a phenomenal young man is going to be on the show. Guy, I've I guess grown to know. We've grown to know each other, more and more throughout our interactions, from school to outside events, to just seeing people evolve is something that it I don't know. I guess it just does something to me to see people just do better and find certain things and just push them. I enjoy it. Like it's me doing it. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I see somebody else blowing up and doing things well, I ain't gonna say I'm happier than the person, but I'm probably, as excited as they could be. Like, oh, like, man, he got something, she got something, they working on something. Like, that's dope. I see how I can help them in any kind of way, and we'll go from there. Oh, so tonight we got a young man who does a lot in the community. A phenomenal R&B. To me, he's a throwback R&B guy. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have a lot of those out right now. So what he brings to the table from a musical standpoint is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of those things where, every opportunity he has been presented, that I've worked with him, he's brought his A game. He has absolutely brought his A game. Barber, father, husband, man, listen, we're gonna bring on the TJ Fresh. What it do, TJ? What's up? I can't hear you. Nope. You got it. Hold on. I can unmute it. Nope. Still no sound. Let me unmute you. Nope. Nope. Can you all hear TJ? Let me see if you all can hear TJ. Because I can't. Let's see. Hold on, TJ. Hold on. Let me see one thing. Let me see something. Nope. Lisa said she can't hear you. Let's see. Nobody can hear you. Let me see. Come back in. Just leave all the way and come back in and see what it'll do. Log out. Log back in. Doesn't that fix everything? Turn it off, turn it back on. Isn't that how we fix everything first? Your phone, your computer, any kind of device. What do we say? Just turn it off, turn it back on. That's the first thing somebody's gonna tell you. Hey man, my ain't did you turn it off? Turn it back on? Like that should fix it. No, that should fix it. If you turn it off and turn it back on, then you really should be to fix the problem, whatever it is. Man, I tore up my TV. Turn it off and turn it back on. That should fix it. That should fix it. If you turn it off and turn it back on, whatever it is, turn it off, turn it back on. My laptop, turn it off. Turn it back on. If you turn it off, turn it back on. Have you tried turn it off, turn it back on again? That's number 2. That's gonna be the number 2 thing they ask you to do. You turn it off, turn it back on again. You should fix it. It should be fixed, and that's gonna be it. Now I heard a beat when he came in that time. Let me see what we got. Add the stream.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What you got? You must got an iPhone, man.
Yeah, I know you ain't work with no Android.
You must got an iPhone.
I got an iPhone. No, Jamie, I stay in the country too. So my internet is trash. The tower way on the other side. It's trash. I got AT&T, but it's trash.
You already know, so you know your situation already.
Yeah, I'm good though. I should be. That's why I walked away. I'm out on the swing set. I was at the house. I'm out on the swing set out in the yard where I could have some cereal, but I couldn't be in the house.
Ah, man, what's good with you, man? What you been up to?
Man, nothing chilling. Been in the yard all day, really.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Let me get your stuff scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Got your IG, TJ Fresh, Facebook. Okay, we'll just start with something real simple, man. Listen, man, you know, and for any of the viewers just out there, man, just tell the viewers who you are and just tell them what you do, man.
My name is Daryl Hiller Jr. Daryl Nigel Hiller Jr.
Listen, this is no lie. What's your name?
Daryl Nigel.
I never in my life have ever heard anybody say that.
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Swear to God.
Everybody call me TJ.
I've been knowing you your whole life.
Right.
I have literally never heard that before this moment. I'm learning something already.
Yeah, a lot of people, my teachers call me TJ.
That's the only name I've ever heard you go by in my whole life.
Right, my teachers never called. They used to call my role. Like once they knew that what my name was, and they'd be like TJ, I'd be like, here.
And that was it. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, man. Tell them who you are.
My name Daryl Nigel Jr. Born in Crystal Springs, raised in Hazers. I was born in Crystal Springs. My mom and my dad from Crystal Springs, but I was raised Hazers.
Okay.
So, yeah, I moved to Hazers in the 4th grade. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was born in Crystal Springs. I went to Crystal Springs school for a minute. Then 4th grade, I came to Hazers.
I didn't know that.
Had to remake my friends and stuff, you know. I had friends in Crystal Springs, so you know how hard that is. And you know how back in y'all high school days, how big the beat was, Crystal Springs and Hazers.
Oh yeah.
So it was a lot of people not liking me from the jump because I'm from Crystal Springs. So
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell me about your music, man. Tell me a little bit about your music.
My music, I just really through the pandemic it slowed down.
Okay.
So I just recently recorded like an EP or whatever, and I'm finna be in Nebraska. I'm finna be in Nebraska with Vito the singer. You heard of Vito?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna be in Nebraska with Vito the singer. He's wanting somebody to. It's like me and 3 more other R&B singers. He wants somebody to actually open up for him on his tours and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I'm doing a show, but it's like a tryout. You know what I'm saying? Like a tryout to be following Vito and, you know, learning out there. I've been out to Nebraska twice. T-Rail manager, he always put my name in.
Yeah, I know T-Rail.
Yeah. T-Rail manager, Devon, shout out to him. He always texting me and kind of keep my name in, trying to get me going. But, you know, it be kind of hard. You know, it's not hard, but being gone, I could be gone then. But, you know, being away from your kids and stuff, it be kind of, you know.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah, other than that, man,
got a business in Hazard
of Studio 126.
Yeah.
Which is the side of my life where I'm a barber. I'm a professional barber. My dad owns Studio 126. I help him run it along with brother KD Kenny Davis.
Okay.
We have the barbershop there, and we run there. And we be booming, and we have we got the car wash, the drive-in car wash going.
Yeah.
At the back, and we had Pat cooking until he just got his own business. And he got his own building in Brookhaven, so he kind of moved away. But it's all love. Everything is all love.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Them boys, when it comes to like just business and moving, like I'm still learning it. You know what I'm saying? Because you deal with people when you work for yourself. You know, you're on their time, so they don't never think you're tired. And you can lose people, you can gain people. It's like, you know, I've heard a lot of people like, man, if I was a barber, I'd just be up here all day. Like, I be wanting to tell them, like, just come, like, you don't got to do nothing. Just come stand up beside me. Just stand up where I'm standing. You don't got to work, you know. Like, and then, you know, have a family where, you know, like, you got to give them time, too, after work. Because people don't do that. They don't know how tired your legs is. And they want to go to the movies afterwards. I done did me 10 hours. I ain't been do nothing, go to sleep. So like, but you gotta mix that in with having your own business.
It's gotta be right. You gotta have a work-life balance, man. And like I said, and a person like you that is, you active in your community, active with your class, active with the school, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta people don't look at it this way, but you have more than a 9 to 5 because you normally working, you normally cutting hair longer than 9 to 5.
7 to 6.
Right, exactly. So you're on a 10, 11-hour shift, you know what I'm saying, 6 days a week already. You know what I'm saying? 5, 6 days a week already. And then you got people that call you after, hey man, I know you shut down at this time. I'm gonna swing by anyway. Can you stop by here and cut? So I know you got that too. And then you got a whole other music entity. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with barber and say, hey, a full life, R&B career. So listen, so what we have here tonight is I'm gonna ask you a few questions out of my journal, and like I said, it's gonna be some questions that basically it's gonna, I'm not gonna say test you, but it's gonna be intriguing type questions that you can reveal some things to your friends and family. Just to show them how impactful it can be.
Right.
So we're gonna ask this first question here. It says, "Hello, black man. What's your most impactful childhood memory, and how did it change you?"
My most impactful childhood memory was probably finally beat my brother one-on-one in basketball. I'm a big basketball fan. I love it, So my most impactful childhood memory was like, I think I only competed with my brother. Yeah. So it was more of a, like when he was already good, I wasn't good. So it pushed me to work. And I worked, I worked more because when you think you can play, you don't see nothing outside the NBA. I'm like, I got to get to the league. So it was like, if he's my hero and I beat him, then I'd have made it to that next level. So my first time really beating him, I was like, yeah, like I got the juice. You know what I'm saying? Like I think. Like,
how old were you and where was y'all playing it?
I was probably 14, 14, 15, going into, I was ninth grade. Grade.
And how old was he?
He was 16.
Yeah.
We 2 years apart. He was 16. So I was probably 14. I got a W. You know what I'm saying? I got the dub and I was like, yeah, I'm getting good. You know what I'm saying? But I started working on it. Made me work hard out there because I know I work hard just to beat this one person. Yeah. That was my most popular impactful child memory that I can come up with this fast.
Right. Well, like I said, those are kind of things, man, that being able to share that with share it with your brother. Right. Say, hey, listen, I ain't never told you this. You know what I'm saying? But like, listen, let me tell you about this one day and what it did for me, and how it changed me, how it propelled me in my career. And then to be able to share it with your son, like these kind of things that, he may not ever ask you a question like this.
But Jamie, like, he helped my game a lot because only thing I could do was pass the ball to him, so I never got to shoot. So I'm a shooter. Yeah. So now when we was finished, I had to. Well, I'm gonna give me some shots up because I like playing with him. I didn't get to get no shots. I was the passer. Yeah. Like, he got all the shots. He making me do all these plays and stuff, and it's the pass to him. I wasn't getting a lot of shots up like that. And then we was in the house. It was 5 kids. So I'm the middle, and it's competitive. Yeah. 3-bedroom, 5 kids with 2 adults. You sharing everything. So that's where the competitive part come from. You know what I'm saying? We all 2 years apart. My sister, she and my brother 2 years under her, and then I'm 2 years on her, then my little brother 2 years on it. So it's a step and step, and all of them kind of athletic. So it was really competitive around our way.
Man, listen, that's a phenomenal start, man. Being able to share that. And like I said, you have people you can share that type of experience with.
Right.
So question number 2, it says, "Hello, black man. Talk about your biggest fears in life." What's some of your biggest fears, TJ?
My biggest fears is not being able to. I think my biggest fear is not being able to provide. I think like You know what I'm saying? Like, men hold a lot in. I know they say women hold a lot in too, but men do too. But we really being a real man. I'm saying, like, I'm coming from a real man's perspective. So it's like, not being able to provide when you got kids, they looking at you like, where it's gonna come from? Because I've been in that point. And you really can't ask questions as a child because you already got, your parents got all this anger built up. And like me, I see my little girl and stuff every day, but I have my little boy every day. And he asks a lot of questions. He won't, I had put in my head to, like, where I said, my child not gonna have no phone until he ready to use a phone when he need a phone. But then I have to bite the bullet and say, like, really, my child, like, he at the age where he can have a phone. I'm gonna give him time limits on using it. But that would be my biggest fear, like, not being able to provide for my family, like hitting it, like being that sorry. Not saying that, like, being that sorry, like, get to the point where I don't even want no job and just thinking enough is enough when it's never too much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do. I do.
Right. So that's how that'll be my biggest fear, like getting that side. I see men every day. I don't, like, people don't know how to take the truth. So, like, some stuff I don't comment on. Like, if you ain't my close friend, I see people kind of moving wrong. I throw a little something out there. They'll be like, TJ, man, you doing it? Like, man, I won't, like, bro, what's up? And it's super easy, bro. Go to work. Like, it's no big old long book, bro. Go to work and don't always live under your means.
That's it.
Like, like, you if you make $100,000 a year, you don't need to be standing. You don't need to be standing. If you ain't got help, you don't need to be in no $300,000 house. You
right. What you in there for? Like, you live to blow your means.
You can't afford it. Be able to. And I think being able to, and the hardest thing for me to do was to, when I started coming from nothing, when I started seeing a little money, to be able to be my money boss. Like, to be able to watch it and not overdo to where the point.
It's easy to overdo. Man, it's easy.
It's easy to overdo.
Because you got a little bit, because you got whatever that little bit is to you, because it's there and what you see is attainable. A lot of people our age, older and younger, they say, okay, I got 500 to the side. This costs 400. Why I can't have it? Why I can't just go get it? I just go get it.
Yeah. Sometimes, tell yourself no. Like, no. Like, that'll be my biggest fear, like, not being able to just provide and just, what I'm saying? I try not to spoil my kids. I let them kind of pick their own shoes and stuff, until you grow into yourself. Like, I ain't that personal with it. Like, I don't get that personal with my kids to where you gotta have on Jordan. You gotta have on Polo. It ain't that big with me, because at the end of the day, I know you can have on, you can do it, but I'm letting you become. If I let my son put a pair of shoes on every day, it's gonna be his Skechers.
Yeah, he ain't gonna think twice about it. He won today.
He won today. He won today. And like I want, like, sometimes, like, man, just wear the other shoes. You can wear them out. But it don't be that personal with me, and I just want to be, and I want to show him how. I want to show him how everything is just given to you. Like, you have to work for some. Even though I gotta buy stuff for him anyway, sometimes I make him, when I'm mowing, I run over paper on purpose and tell him to come pick it up. I can stop and pick it up. I run it over on purpose, and I tell him go pick up all the paper in the yard, put it in the garbage.
Them life lessons, man. Them life lessons. That's what that's dope, man. And listen, and just to have that, and it's a good, certain fears I think are good. Certain fears I think we need, because it keep us on the edge. It keep us motivated. It keep us say, hey, listen, a little early, a little late ain't gonna hurt me, because I got things coming up. I got things need to handle. So I think it's a phenomenal. It's a good fear.
Drain, let me ask you something. I sent you the wrong thing. Right here on the phone, you can't change my IG and make that an S instead of H.
I think I can. Hold on, let me see. I can change it. Let me see. Boom.
Right before that on the IG, instead of it's gonna be fresh with SH. I sent you something wrong. I need to get my followers up. That's it.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, so listen. So hello, black man. Talk about your taste in music. What genres do you prefer, and what are your top 5 songs of all time?
Oh, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, my junk. I'm an R&B fanatic.
Let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you about here. How old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32. And how in the world Because most people your age, they may listen to R&B, they may like some songs, but that's not their go-to. Like most people your age, you know, that I know, they are more rap orientated. Not saying you don't listen to rap, but rap is their go-to. They are a go-to. What other R&B artists have come out around our time, around your time? Most of them rap. Most of them are into rap music.
Right.
So what made you say, you know what? Nah, this my lane over here.
Man, growing up, my mama sang, my dad sang, my grandma sang. So like my grandma sung background for Ray Charles.
Really?
Yeah. So she was in Chicago. My dad was raised in Chicago, but they moved to Chris Spring because they was like in some gangs or something up in Chicago getting in trouble. So she headed south. But me just coming up listening to music, I didn't know I could sing until maybe the 8th or 9th grade. And
how it take you that long to figure that out, TJ? More people that you weren't even trying.
I wasn't even trying. I didn't know, and I thought I was hard. So I really didn't know. But I joined the choir. I joined the choir probably 7th grade. Probably maybe 7th grade. And the first time I started singing was in a group called 4 Deep in high school.
I remember that.
I was gonna say, well, I'm gonna sing. When Hazers had all them talent shows.
Yep.
And I said, I'm gonna sing. And I was in the classroom with Tony. I was in the classroom with Jehodia and my brother. I was like, well, we all in the same grade. Why we all singing? Why we if we get together, then we'll represent our class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we decided to come up with this group called 4 Deep.
I remember that.
Called 4 Deep. And we started singing. And I wasn't even the lead singer because I was scared to just come out and sing. It was 2 more people singing before me. Jehoda was the lead singer, and Tony would kind of hold the bridge. Sometimes I get a verse, but I was kind of scared to sing because, you scared, you young.
Yeah.
But that's when I first realized I really could sing. And I started working towards it. And I'm a Boyz II Men fan. That's just me. One Day my favorite singer.
Yeah.
So, and I like R. Kelly too, but I just like Boyz II Men because I like the type of music they was in their feelings a lot. They kind of versatile. They were kind of versatile. You can sing if you sing an R. Kelly song to a female, you kind of gonna be talking about sex and all that. So
yeah.
But if you come back with like a Boyz II Men song, you kind of in your feelings. It's more emotional.
Yeah.
Playing a Boyz II Men song on a date than you do playing R. Kelly because you ain't telling her nothing, really, but you trying to sleep with her. So you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel more towards Boyz II Men. 2 of my songs, my top 5 songs, gonna be On Bended Knee by Boyz II Men.
Down on Bended Knee.
Yeah, Doing Just Fine by Boyz II Men.
Okay.
And I like A Woman's Worth by Maxwell.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with that.
Silk More.
Okay.
Silk More is probably my favorite song of all time. And I'm gonna have to go with Usher. Cause I'm gonna have to go with an Usher song.
Yeah, put Usher
and I think it's gonna be Let It Burn.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong with none of them. Off
the head, I might have missed some I like, but off the head, yeah. Cause Brian McKnight, anytime Brian McKnight, anytime I like that too.
You can't go wrong with that.
Me. Right, that's me.
Yeah, those some bangers right there, TJ. Yeah. Hey, TJ, those some bangers right there. Right. You come out with them 5 off the rip, you winning.
Right.
Yeah. But like I said, I guess it's just one of those things, man, that we really grew up in an era with great R&B singers.
Right. It's
like
people say I don't know music. Like my homegirl, one of my homegirls right now, we real cool. She say I don't know rap music because I don't listen to nobody that rap. That rap now. I listen to their song if I want to bow my head, but I can't get that caught up with it because honestly, if I keep it 100 myself, I don't 100% like it.
Yeah.
A good beat ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, but that's kind of crazy, TJ, because I'm a Drake fan. I'm a Drake fan too.
I like Kendrick Lamar. I like because they saying something. Like,
yeah,
it's not no knock to nobody in the rap game because they made it. You know what I'm saying? They done made it
right.
in, so it's something that's working. But if I have to choose my own music, you know, I'm a Drake fan I'm a Drake fan. I like Drake.
Yeah, I honestly think when it's all said and done, that if you goat Drake, then I don't think anything can be said. I don't think anybody could argue with it. They may want to, but I think that if you say, "Hey man, Drake the GOAT," I mean, what can you really say?
Nothing.
You really can't.
He don't have bad songs. Like, his songs don't even be like terrible. Like, throw it in the guy. He don't really have bad songs. Like,
he don't.
Like,
I agree with you.
He don't just have bad songs. I listen to a lot of Weeknd, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I like, you know, they singing and them boys singing too now. So, and I like their messages. Sometimes it be over your head. I kind of like that kind of stuff instead of just the old Trey. I don't like the new Trey, but I like the old Trey songs. The Trey song before they start comparing him to R. Kelly and he start rapping and stuff. You know, trying to go into another. Yeah, I like the old Trey, the panty dropper Trey. Like, I like that Trey.
Yeah, that's a win.
I listen to some even though he ain't the world best singer, like I listen to Lil Jacquees, you know, because he kind of knew. I listen to Jacquees here and there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got that's kind of a wide range, man. I mean, it's good to be versatile like that and being able to pull things from different eras. You pull a lot from a generation that most people your age wouldn't pull from. Like they would be, I guess, more up to date. And to me, it's just cool, man. So I got another question for you. It says, "Hello, black man. What qualities make you a strong person? What characteristics or traits do you feel need improvement?" So what makes you a strong person? What qualities make you a strong person? And then what do you know that you need to work on?
I think, let me see, the quality that make me a strong person is being able to, and I just got good with this, man. I just got good. Being able to take constructive criticism.
That's tough. I just talked about it.
Good, like, and I ain't even 100% at it now. So
yeah,
I'm probably giving you the 65%.
That's good, like, though. Hey, listen, you know, that's a win.
Right. Somebody being able to say, you know, you were wrong, bro. Because like people say, bro, you think you know everything. And when I sit down and think about it, I be like, dang, do I? You know what I'm saying? Like, so be able to listen sometimes, just see what people coming from. Because we can agree to disagree. So, you know, just I say I'm right and you say you right. Like, it could be two rights, but we just see it our own way. And then let's come with these two together and see how it work out. So that would be something like to make me like this, making me a stronger person right now is listening to other people's opinions on how it should go my way.
Yeah, I got
like,
it. Yeah. That makes sense.
Man, that's my characteristic or trait that I feel I need improvement. I don't think about what I say before I say it sometimes.
Okay. So kind of practice some patience.
Yeah, some patience and be able, because I'll pop out and say it, boom, and then it might hurt somebody's feelings when I could have said the same thing and if I would have waited and thought about it, I could have reworded and made it sound better, but meant the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of calling the person, instead of calling the outfit ugly, you know, that's an ugly outfit. Hey man, you might just need to change that shirt and it'll pop a little more. You know, say it different, but you definitely tell them to change the clothes they got. You know, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Something flew in my mouth. But something like that. Yeah, you know, say it different. I be so straightforward sometimes, you know, and you can't be like that with everybody. And
right, exactly. Right.
I kind of grew to learn it. Like, something happened, like argue situation. Something happened at the shop.
Right.
Me and my girl, we was all joking. Me, dang, you know, Coach Gary were there.
Yeah.
And we was all just joking, and we was joking back and forth. So everybody defending themselves, trying not to lose on the joke. I said something towards my girl, and then Danny was like, "Bro, you need to apologize. You said that wrong. Don't do that."
Yeah.
And I was like, and it took me 15, 20, 30 minutes to sit there and talk back and forth with Dang and me and her. We had a conversation. I was like, dang, I was wrong. So a simple apology kind of hipped it out, you know.
Yeah.
And later on, we were good. But I could have said it the same. No, not the same way. Definitely could have said it the same way.
Yeah.
But I could have probably said meant the same thing and not come out so strong in words.
Yeah, that's good, man. Listen, hey, TJ, like that is absolutely golden that you're able to see that though. Like it's so many people that they absolutely refuse to say back up, say, hey, now I could have done it different. Like that wasn't the best way to do that.
Right. You know, but me, like learning, cause like cutting people hair, like people do get the spray. You know, most people get the spray now. You know how they go. And a guy came back in, like he came back in, he was like, man, TJ, my line is dark on this side, light on this side. And I knew he had just mowed a yard and just took a towel and wiped it off. I knew that. But I ain't arguing with him. I was like, bro, just let me squeeze you in, I'm gonna fix it. And it was simple. You know what I'm saying? I can't go off arguing with him. Man, I put some spray on it. You know what I'm
saying? Right. That'll change your whole day, change your whole mood.
Exactly. So, man, bro, my bad. I might then see, but I knew I did it. But in my head, I kept it there. I kept it in my head, kept it on the inside. And, bro, I just let me squeeze you in. They got appointments. I'm going to squeeze you in, spray you up a little bit, and get you out there. And we were fine. We were cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like I said, that's a great thing, for you to have and be able to show your significant other, and then be able to teach your child it, to teach your kids that. Say, hey, listen, let me show you what you're doing, because you're learning it now. We're all learning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As you're learning it now, you can really enforce it to him at his age. Like, hey, listen, you ain't gotta throw attention about this. Let me show you. Let me explain to you how you can get what you want in a different way. So, man, I think that's cool, man. Hey, listen, we're gonna pause for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with a couple more questions.
Okay.
Hello, black man. This guided journal is being made available to build character, confidence, and define the inner person.
It has been deemed clear that our culture and our past has hindered black men from being open and vulnerable. Hello, black man.
Hello, black man. All right. You gotta get back to his internet. You gotta get back to your internet spot.
I'm good. I mean,
yeah, you good. All right. So I got one for you right here. It says, "Hello, black man. What does being black mean to you? Describe the advantages and some disadvantages." What does being black mean to you?
Being black, like I think what I like about being black is you always, I think we looked at it as we supposed to fail anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that like from jump, like from from slavery, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from nothing and being able to be black. And I have white friends, and I have white people that help me out. So, and I have white people that kind of, I talk to. So, and it's like a lot of people like say, like, I'm gonna keep these same A1 Day One friends. I don't post stuff like that because I've met people in the last year, in the last 2 years, that have became close people like that to me. So I don't really say A1 Day One to the depth, all that stuff. That's for them just sayings and them quotes that I don't live by. Because the higher you get, you're gonna meet people, and you're gonna meet people that you have to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Be able to listen to them. If you wanna be with a millionaire, if you wanna be a millionaire, sometimes you gotta listen to them. You can listen to a millionaire. You have to just be able to just sit back and listen and just go like this. So me being black to me mean just, being able to kind of hold my own. I like being black though, because it's like everybody look at you, and then I got dreads. So everybody looking at you like from the jump, they look at you like you destined to fail, and I be on point. Like when I'm black, like I get stopped by the police, they see I got dreads, they be like, "You smoke?" No. You know what I'm saying? You got a license, you got your insurance? Yes. Like, yes, sir. So it's like I'm giving you everything you thought I didn't have because I'm black.
Yep.
I got dread. I'm young. I ride good. You pulling me over. Like, I done been pulled over for nothing. Like, just, I know I smell weed. Sir, I don't even smoke. You know, like,
right.
I don't
Now
even
you
smoke.
got the wrong one. That might have been the cop. That might have been the cop behind me.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that part because it be fun, you know, and it keeps you on because you know. And I think black people, they be like people messing with you, but you gotta like I done heard black people like the police messing with me. So what they do, they pull me over. I got a no insurance ticket, but they really want messing with you. Like, you just needed some insurance, like like. So like I like that part about being black. It keeps me. It keeps me knowing I'm not gonna be able to get away with too much.
Yeah.
So I like just being able to, you know what I'm saying, like being able to have, you know, being able to have that I'm black. I get it's not. I don't think it's equal opportunity, but you can put yourself in a better situation being black to where when they expect you just from being black not to have and not be doing it, you doing your thing, man, and that's what I like about being black. Like,
listen.
Then I do like. You know, like I can walk in the same, like I can go anywhere I want to go. You know, it's equal opportunity. So when they see black people being there, you know, they kind of give you that face, like, how you get here. Like,
what are you doing here?
Yeah, I went to LA, man, and I wrote the certain part. It said Black Beverly Hills.
Wow.
It said on the left side, it said I got a picture. It said I have to slow down and take it. It said Black Beverly Hills. I was like, you know, like, but
we can have it.
Yeah, but over there they barbecue. You know, like that was over there with Nipsey Hussle. That was over there when Nipsey Hussle got killed at, man. And it was like before you get there, when you ride down, it's Black Beverly Hills. You know, they barbecue and doing their thing. You got the black spot, so I was cool with it. I feel right at home, so you know.
Man, that was up. Hey, listen, it's crazy you said that about, you know, it kind of pushes you to being on point, because I saw a clip on Facebook the other day, and two young men had got pulled over. They was in the car, older model car, two young guys. They wasn't, I guess, dressed real casual. You know what I'm saying? They had, you know, they was, you know, kind of loose fitting pants and, you know, white beater hat. You know what I'm saying? They just really were chilling.
Exactly.
And so the police officer had him in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? He was talking to him, turning him around or whatever. And so the guy recording he says, watch this. He said, watch this right here. He says, these young boys, I've been talking to them. He said, I know they straight. He said, I know they got firearms. He said, but I know they got them legally. They got them registered. They got all their paperwork and stuff like that. And so he was recording. He says, like, take them cuss off them boys. So he was just messing with them. And so sure enough, after the guy went through his, you know, investigation, whatever, he had to unlock them. He had to take them handcuffs right off of them, get them their firearm back. Everything they had was legal, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you said, you know, certain things we just gotta take care of as men or women or whoever. You know, if it's insurance, if it's tickets, if it's, you know, whatever legal stuff you're supposed to be doing, let's take care of that, and you straight. It won't come down to who messing with you and stuff like that. I agree with that 100,000%, man. I absolutely
right.
So let me ask you. So you say you got a new EP coming, man. It's the last question for you tonight, man. What's next for you, man? What's next for your music, man? And
next for me,
and I'm gonna tell you something before you get started. I really want you to push that music, man. I really do. I really have since your first couple of videos, man. From time to time, I was like, man, what you got? You come on with it. I believe you have the talent for it. I really believe you got, you know, something that millions of people want. It's just about getting the right exposure. So, man, what's next? What all you got coming up?
What's next for me? Okay, I'm finna honestly drop my single. You know, I got a song with T-Rail.
Okay.
That's gonna be I got somebody that's, you know, working behind the scenes on it, but I got a song with T-Rail. I done had it 2 years. I was gonna drop it right before the pandemic hit, so now I got to get started back up. Then my Facebook account got hacked, and my IG account got hacked, so I had to start over with all them followers and stuff. And then I'm
that's crazy.
drop. All right, so single. I'm gonna drop my single in about June, probably the end of June or
Okay.
mid June. I'm gonna drop my single.
Okay.
Push it, and in July I'll be back over in Nebraska in July. You know what I'm saying? Hoping everything go out right with that or whatever. And I'm gonna be doing a couple more shows with T-Real, kind of in July, in August or whatever, and then see where that goes. You know, and just see where everything goes. Cause I have a decent fan base like off. It just like in our community like R&B it's kind of dead, and people be like, TJ, you ain't doing too much. And I be kind of like, yeah, I really ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I really don't be doing a lot around, like around here. Ain't a lot of R&B stuff going, which I'm going to start getting on some of these blues shows, though, because I got this blues, I got this blues junk going. So I know a couple people that be there. They do reach out to me, on the blues show, and they be like, man, you want to get on the blues show? But I work with my band or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, I don't just be wanting to have steps, so I be wanting to just be like that, before you just pull up and stuff. We just gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, work hard and get like that, and everything will be straight. So I'm doing both. I'm doing live band. I'm working with the live band, and I'm finna drop my single in probably 3 weeks.
Man, I'm gonna be pushing for you, man. We used to do music Mondays. I'm gonna start back pushing that. But I guess long term, TJ, man, listen. And I tell everybody in my community, I think this is no lie. I think Copiah County is one of the most talented counties in the world. Yeah. I really believe it. I mean, like I said, I really and truly, it blows my mind to see people younger than us that's doing stuff now. I mean, people doing things now I wouldn't have even given them credit for. I wouldn't even imagine they came up with stuff, and they pushing it and they doing great. And I be just as excited to see them post as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? It just awesome to me, man. It is. Right. And so I just think that we as a community, if we just push each other outside of here, share it. When you drop something, man, listen, if you got 3,000 Facebook fans, 3 or 4,000 Facebook, friends, you got 2,000 in Hazelhurst. It shouldn't be a question. It shouldn't be a question if you can get that share. Like it should be nothing you have to ask for. It should be a thing to where when somebody from Hazelhurst do something like, man, Hazelhurst from the flood y'all timeline with it. Like, man, everybody from Hazelhurst, everybody from Chris Springs from the be. If they post it, they somebody resharing it. That's what I want, man. That's what I think Hazelhurst need. That's all we need. We just need one person to really make it. It ain't got to be me. What's up with it, dude? What's up? What's up? And like I say, I tell people all the time, it ain't got to be me to make it first. If we can get somebody to go, go large, get signed by a major deal or get in a movie, a number one single. That's all we need is one. And then they say, man, oh, he from Hazelhurst. Like, what else they got down there in Hazelhurst? It's instant attraction if we can just continue to push each other, man.
Right.
Yep.
I agree. Everything I see, I share it, man. It don't take nothing to share. So
it don't.
I ain't in my feelings that much. You know what I'm saying?
My timeline ain't that serious. My timeline is not that serious. I ain't got nothing going on that I can't share somebody's stuff. Somebody else's event, somebody else, if they doing candles or jump thing, barbecuing or whatever it is. Like, okay, ain't nobody watching my timeline that I'll be, afraid to share something. Like, what?
Exactly. I feel the same way. It gets bad to where, man, you can look at your shares, man. You have 20 shares and 18 of them from people you don't even know. And the other 2 be like from your girl or somebody like that. I'm like, bruh, it gets that bad because people like our community got to change too, though.
Yeah.
Like, but it start with people feeling like they know. It start with people feeling like they know each other. Like, people know you, but it start with stuff like having a big hate, like the kickball thing. Invite everybody,
Yeah.
And then when I get to be in I might have seen Jamie, but I ain't never been around Jamie. I know that how cool Jamie really is.
Yeah.
Now when I see Jamie, now I feel like I know him, even though I don't know his mama name. I feel like I know him because I don't know him that deep to know his kid's name or know his mama name, but I know him enough. because we've been up here playing ball together and we've been just chilling. And I think more of that. The reason we know each other so because it's like when a gym was open, that's how I learned to know you, even though from the same time. It's like man, draining the gym. We in the sub every week at 4. At 4 o'clock to 7 hooping. Now when I see you, what up, Drain? We gonna talk then. And then you grow to know people like that. And that's how I think they gotta come back to Asia. It's too much stuff blocked off to where you only see this. And when I see this person doing good when they ride by, instead of talking to them, I think they all it. Because of a car.
Yeah.
You know so I think a lot of it goes
people get that. They get that in mind. I've had people tell me, man, you up there at Nissan, you ain't thinking nobody. Like what did that got to even do with anything?
Exactly.
Like I work at Nissan, so I ain't thinking about my what are you talking about? And they say it in a joking manner, but I know it's something I know it's something behind it. I know somebody done said like, oh, he at Nissan, he ain't thinking about Hazer. Like how is that even in the same conversation? But yeah, I definitely understand, man. So like I said, I try to do my best to try to give back. And like I said, you've been a part of it a lot of times. Man, listen, I appreciate you jumping on, man. We've been on this thing an hour just that fast. We've been on this thing an hour just that fast. TJ, man, listen. Man, I appreciate you, man. Hey, when you drop your music, man, let me know. We'll be pushing it, man. Man, I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope everything works out for you from your music career, your family, and your business, man. Appreciate it, Doc.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, man, listen. That's another episode in the books. That's TJ Fresh, man. Listen, I learned a man first name tonight. Things about his family I never knew. Been a cool guy. We've been around each other for years. I'm 10 years older than him. We played ball in tournaments and pick up ball together, man. And tonight I was able to learn more about a young man that I consider a friend. He's doing things in his community. Phenomenal barber, business owner. And listen, this man is an aspiring artist. He's putting great music out. I promise you, the music is fire. I promise you. We're going to push some of his music, let you all hear it. Drop it below. But I tell you, man, this guy got some fire music. Listen, it's been another episode for Father's Day. For Father's Day, everybody out there, share this post. Get your dad something. And listen, come on with your dad. This show is about transparency and communication. So you can be a part of this show. You can be a part of this podcast. You and your dad can get into your journal. A son and a dad and a daughter, dad and a husband, whoever, your uncle. Get him in a journal, have him write some things out, and really get to know these people in your life. This has been another episode of the Hello Black Man podcast. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're on my YouTube channel or you're on the business page. Like it, share it, invite some people, man. We're pushing. I'm trying to hit 25,000 followers by July, and I need you to help me out. If you're my Facebook friend, man, listen. Just share my page. Let's share it for you, boy, man. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another episode of Hello Black Man podcast.